What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. We had Survivor Series over the weekend on Saturday that consisted of 3 returns. Randy Orton, R-Truth, and CM Punk all came back on the same night on what I thought was actually a pretty good War Games show overall. There was some lows in it, but overall I thought it was a pretty decent show. So we had that to talk about. Then there have been some reports and conflicting reports about superstars that are not happy that CM Punk is back, and I don't blame them, to be honest with you. And there are, some things about going on about the whole video with Seth Rollins and everything like that. And I actually had an opinion about it when I went live that Saturday night. I was like, how can I talk about this without going live? And we went live in the chat. This is one of our biggest chats since WrestleMania.
Oh, that's awesome.
On the live stream, I said, bro, it's like they're out there. They obviously want us to start going live, but I just don't. My team just don't be ready. Minus Q-Flow. I'm going to give Q-Flow that. Q-Flow's always ready, even when he at work. He like, let's just do it. I'm like, but I'm a quality over quantity type person.
I'm a little jealous. I wish I could do that while I was at work, but it won't fly for me, man.
I understand, what I'm saying, because your thing is right there in the action. So I get that. And so I appreciate everybody that came out to the chat, and it was really good. I mean, what I'm saying, by the back and forth of people coming in and leaving and coming in, I think we had over 50 people. For us, that's awesome. It's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause especially when our chat only usually averages about 11 to 12 people. Yeah, CM Punk, what I'm saying, they're like, it brings content, so I can't get mad at that. So along with all the other content, the Nerd Coach has plenty of other content I want you guys to listen to. The Nerdgasm Talk podcast, which I'll be releasing this week. So, just to give a heads up, the Nerdgasm Talk podcast from now until probably the end of the year is going to be, I want to say, 70% padding episode. What I mean by that is we're going to be having special shows where we talk about special topics, and we're going to be doing review catch-ups. What I mean is stuff that we have saw that we want to get out our review for before the end of the year, before we can talk about our best and worst. Like I just seen Good Burger 2 this weekend.
I saw that too. Yeah, look.
Prime, I'm sorry, bro.
One, but I know this is not the time. Whew.
You know what? If we got time after, then maybe. But I'm just saying. But yeah. But then on the positive side, me and Lady Sketch just finished watching Gen V. Have you watched Gen V?
Yes, I have.
I almost.
That's something I can read about happily.
You said rant?
Rant. I like it.
I'm about to say, come on, bro. Don't do.
No. Positive rant.
I'm about to say, because that thing.
I'll speak well of it.
Okay, I'm about to say, because that thing is awesome. But anyway, yes. Oh my god. So, yeah, we're going to have to plan something, to talk to you about that. So, in the meantime, but yeah, we got all that stuff. So we're going to be putting up all that stuff this week and next week and going in there. Special holiday theme episodes, holiday theme movie reviews I plan to do. So stay tuned for all that. Then, of course, we got Turntables, Hip Hop Culture, and Beyond. There's a 50-year anniversary hip hop celebration, I think, at the a special show they got at the end of the year that they're doing that I think Lady Sketch is going to review. So stay tuned for all that. Drunk Thoughts, Silver Tongues, and much more stuff that we got. And also, my co-host, Prime Time, does the Prime Nostalgia podcast. So I know he's over there. He be working with with Good Burger and all so that. So I know he got things to say about that. Trust me, we don't share the same opinion, but he has a job to do. So I understand it. So yeah, but him and his homie Leroy TV gonna go over there and talk about it. And, make sure you guys check them out. They always do good content over there. And then my main man, Q-Flow, who be doing the music for us. And who's the rapper over here. Q-Flow had 99 drop on Black Friday. He said it's the Wu-Tang Christian album.
I know I wasn't here, but I still heard that. If you could have saw the look on my face, because I couldn't imagine that sentence being formed.
I said the Wu-Tang Christian album? But it'd be like 9 or 10 of them MCs on there, and they all got like a compilation album. So I'm just like, dope, and it dropped on Black Friday, so make sure you guys go check out 99 by Q-Flow. So yeah, the whole team's out there. They may not be here, but I represent the whole team. But now, since we are here, so let's get up into this. Saturday was Survivor Series in Chicago. And boy, one of the craziest endings to a Survivor Series since the Montreal Screwjob in 1997. You can't find me a crazier ending to a Survivor Series since that Survivor Series. And I was going through it in my head, thinking about all the different Survivor Series that we had. And we have seen things from Stone Cold getting run over and the Big Show win the championship. We have had the birth of the Elimination Chamber. We've had The Undertaker come back in a casket. We have had so many crazy Survivor Series moments. I think in Survivor Series where The Undertaker died that casket match with Yokozuna. I gotta go back and check it out. But we had so many crazy Survivor Series moments. But since the Montreal Screwjob in 1997, this is the most craziest ending to a Survivor Series, and the reason for that is CM Punk. Yes, the CM Punk, who almost 10 years ago to the day, do you hear me? 10 years ago to the day, returned to WWE.
It's amazing that was actually 10 years ago. Like, I know it was a long time ago, but does it really feel like 10 years?
You know what? It kind of don't, because, honestly, if you had asked me in 2014, would CM Punk come back to WWE in 10 years? I would be like, no, he would have came back in a year. Because I didn't know how bad the relationship between CM Punk and WWE was. Then after I heard how bad it was, and if you had asked me when CM Punk was in UFC, will he be back to the WWE? I'd have been like, maybe. But after he got his ass whooped, and then he was like, really never coming back, I said, CM Punk never come back to WWE. Then he went to AEW, I said, he's really not coming back now. Well, my God, I slapped me because I was clearly wrong.
Good sir, if you would have asked me Friday, come on. And as I've stated on this pod before, I have been a CM Punk fan for the longest. But if you'd have asked me on Friday, I was, bro, there's no way. like too much has happened. And guess what? I'm wrong.
Yeah, bro, I had to eat some Major Crow on a live stream. I had to eat some Major Crow on that one because CM Punk came back at the end of the Men's War Games matchup, which still had a big-ass return when Randy Orton came back looking yoked.
Yo, why was he so swole? Like, he came back, he left as Randall Keefe, he came back as Randall Lesnar. Like, what is going on? Like, he been eating good.
I'm telling you, I'm just like, what happened, Randy? What happened? But hey, he came back, and it ain't like the crowd was like drowned him out with CM Punk chance. When Randy Orton came back, they was hype. They exploded the roof on that place when his music hit. He came in there and did his greatest hits and his RKOs. He looked good.
Right, and
he looked really
like
good.
You said, it was on top of a night of, honestly, a pretty good card. So I know the crowd was blown out by the time that happened, and they still have to put the energy in for that Punk pop, which is crazy.
But there's no way. First of all, y'all in Chicago all the time. Y'all got a treat, okay? So I'm expecting to come Philly. I want all the surprises. You know what I'm saying?
This Mania about to be something else.
when I say CM Punk is about to be in there and just turn the knob on this whole WrestleMania season. Now, I'm not going to get too out the way. So, first of all, I'll start off with this. Yes, I'm going to give WWE credit for this. It's been a long time, and it's still hard to this day to be able to keep secrets like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I tell you, after the fact when it happened, people can say, you know, it really wasn't a big surprise. You're lying. Because every time any wrestling thing comes to Chicago, we're in CM Punk County, okay? That's CM Punk Town. That's the way it is. It's like when you go to Carolina, you're in Flair Country. That's the way it is. So, when you in Philly, this is ECW town right here. This is what it is.
Yes, it is.
No matter who it is, from RVD to Paul Heyman to Taz, if you come into Philly, you're in the House of Hardcore. This is ECW town. That is how it is. So when you go to Chicago, you're in Punk Town. So there's people are always going to feel like, yeah, well, I knew it was coming. People chant for CM Punk for years. And there's no sitting there way of saying that CM Punk is going to come back. I'm like, first of all, because we want the two facts that we do know is this: Triple H and Vince McMahon are not going to kiss CM Punk's ass.
Mm-hmm.
And CM Punk ain't going to kiss their ass.
Mm-hmm.
So how does it work, right? And there are reports out there that are alarming that said Vince McMahon had no say in this. None.
I don't even know what to say.
This was a Nick Khan Triple H decision to bring back CM Punk. And Vince had nothing to do with this. Which in Endeavor was like letting them just, run the hands with this because they do the same thing with Dana White in the UFC. That, if that report can be true, that's earth-shattering news.
And you know what? And let's just say how smart that is. I'm going to trust the people in their position of power to know what's best for their brand of that company.
Exactly.
They right? They're right. Genius.
Now, because there's no guarantee, I'm not saying that he wouldn't. But I think it would have been Vince has meant fences before. I don't know about CM Punk just yet. I don't know, because a lot of times I like to give Vince. I probably give Vince the benefit of the doubt more than I should, and I can be honest with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know Triple H got a streak going from Bruno Sammartino, Ultimate Warrior. Who else again? There's a couple people that he had brought back, huh?
Brett.
I don't know if Triple H had any part of bringing Brett back, because at that time Triple H was still an active guy.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I don't know if he had any say in bringing it back, but I'm just saying. But with the names that he has brought back over the years, to find a way to come back to WWE, it's no short of amazing. So having CM Punk there, and like he was saying on the press conference that that was 10 years ago. I'm a different person. He's a different person. They can mend fences because CM Punk has openly said stuff about the doofus son-in-law Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
And Triple H has all open said stuff about CM Punk, and so their things don't clash. But I'm going to say it like this, because everybody's like, they're professionals, they can do all this kind of stuff like that. This is CM Punk's last chance.
Oh yeah.
His last. First of all, he is lucky that this is his third chance.
You don't get a lot of third chances in life. You barely get second chances in life. To get a third one speaks volumes.
And I know that the jokes have come and people talk about stuff about Tony Khan, but I'm just sitting there thinking like, but you know what? This is his third chance. to try to end his career the way he wanted to end his career, because it didn't work the first time, and he came to AEW and just blew that whole shit up, and then now he came back here. So they know that this is taking a major risk, which we have to see that we don't know, because right now we living in the now. You don't necessarily know how this is going to pay off. CM Punk came in at a very crucial time. And let me explain. He came. It's still November. The date we're recording is November 27th. CM Punk. Now, Triple H got his WrestleMania plans already down, but there's no way CM Punk is here. He don't go. He's on the WrestleMania card.
Without a doubt. There's
no chance in hell.
You would lose money not putting him on a card.
Exactly.
It's guaranteed money to put him on a card. It's guaranteed.
Exactly.
He's somewhere on that Rumble card somewhere, and he's somewhere on that Mania card. Everything else could be up in the air for me, but he on both of those cards.
Easily. So, with that being said, everybody started the fantasy book and stuff like that, but I'm just like, but not even just that. He, like Triple H said in the press conference, he's a conversation starter. And CM Punk is going to bring eyes to wherever he's at. And since he's back, I guess you want to put home in WWE, as some people may call it. He going to generate a lot of interest, not just for WrestleMania coming up. Remember, we got a 2K game coming up next year, too. That just, automatically, I can see them being like, hey, yo, pre-order bonus, CM Punk. That Prince money.
Yep.
That Prince money. Because ain't nobody going back to AEW Fight Forever to go play a CM Punk if he can be in a 2K game. That Prince money. Him at WrestleMania, Prince money.
Having him back, even just looking at it from the ring aspect alone, dream matches, rivalry matches, promo battles, the stock of the card just went up so much.
It did. Even with all that being said, CM Punk is older. He's in his mid-40s. CM Punk shattered his foot in AEW doing that stupid stage dive, and then he tore his bicep. CM Punk is getting older. His body's breaking down. There are some dream matches still in AEW that he has yet to do. He worked with the likes of Will Hobbs and MJF and Eddie Kingston and John Moxley. That's great, but I want him to go against Bryan Danielson again. I wanted him to go against Kenny Omega. That'd
have been money.
Exactly,
that'd have been money.
Will Ospreay, there's just names that it could have been put on the table that he just messed the whole thing up. So, over here in WWE, there are dream matches but it's like, but I don't know if I'm going to get the ones that I want, because obviously everybody's thinking of Seth, they're thinking of Roman, and I'm like, those are good matches because they're in different places now, but in a way, Seth and Roman have worked with Punk already because they had the whole rivalry with the Shield.
Yes.
Like I said, they are in different places than they were. So that's obviously going to be something different. But however, I'm thinking of like, would AJ Styles work with? I know AJ Styles is not like CM Punk. So, but would AJ Styles work with CM Punk? Or would, how about Cody? Or
I'm so along those people you name, I would love the vocal build-up between a CM Punk and an AJ Styles, a CM Punk and The Miz, a CM Punk opposite from his side of Paul Heyman. I feel like the promos that we can get are so major right now.
Oh yeah, well you already know he gonna speak tonight, and so Raw's numbers just jumped.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, wait till they do these rating numbers, man. I love to see the rating numbers of what Collision and stuff was last week. By the way, oh, we're going to put a 3-hour show to go against Survivor Series. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's not. That
who okayed this?
Yeah, that's just not gonna work in your favor. I'm sorry, but But with all that being said, this is his final chance. The WWE is taking a risk on this man, and it must be a risk that they feel as though it's worth taking. Me personally, I had to see it play out. As a wrestling fan, as a people want to get excited about something, because CM Punk is a star. He's a top star in wrestling, period. So I want it to work. I really do want it to work. But there is a strong possibility that it won't. There's a strong possibility that CM Punk may behave himself all the way up into Mania and crash out. You know what? Bruce and everything, because everybody automatically was like, well, you know what, Tribal Chief. I'm like, yo, he need to stay away from Roman for now because that's Cody. Don't change the path because it ain't like they just booking this as they go. Triple H has this thing booked already, and by the way he's booking things, I already see 6 WrestleMania matches already. 6 of them. I see Santos and Ray. I see Jay versus Jimmy.
Okay.
I see Roman and Cody. I see Rhea and Becky. I see Bianca and Charlotte. Maybe Io and Bayley. That's what I see right now.
I do see Io and Bayley. I see Gunther on the card, but I don't know how.
I think it's Gunther and Gable.
Gable's like I was about to say not Gable Stevenson.
No. Chad Gable.
Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the things I see. Like, okay, this is something that they're planning. And because like I said, it's 2 nights. It's time for plenty more matches. But I don't see him changing the course of what he is trying to do, the stories that he's trying to tell. Now, CM Punk comes here, makes things a lot interesting because now the next pay-per-view for us is Royal Rumble. That's next year. So after Christmas, Royal Rumble, automatically you're like, well, CM Punk got to be in that match, right? Or Randy Orton got to be in that match too, but then also Cody got to finish the story. Like what? So you can have a star-studded Rumble, but but then see the way I see it is, if you put CM Punk in a Rumble, that just fucks everything up. Unless you have Cody finding, because I don't think Cody gonna win it back to back, but unless you have a different way of Cody able to finish the story.
If you have Punk in the Rumble, which a lot of people would expect, unless he's in some type of major feud at that time, whoever takes Punk out the Rumble, that's leading to his WrestleMania card.
Oh, I think it's Seth Rollins automatically. I'll tell you why once we're done this part, but I think automatically it's Seth Rollins.
Okay.
Automatically. Well, you know what? Honestly, first of all, before I go right into what I say about Seth Rollins, so it looks like when it comes to CM Punk's deal, it looks like, according to Wrestling Inc., CM Punk and their, Triple H and them getting the deal, it looked like it came together that morning. That only some of the superstars, probably the ones at the end of the match, were clued in that CM Punk was coming back, because he even cleared out the gorilla position before.
Even down to
what?
Down to what I was reading about when he went backstage, he was embraced by like Kofi and then like embraced by like Bailey, giving him warm welcomes back. So I agree with you. That circle had to be tiny.
And it'd be tiny, and because we already know Kofi is cool with Punk. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Remember, as Punk said, AEW, Kinks is he's the second best person. He's the second best Kingston he shared a locker room with. Talking about Eddie Kingston. So. I get it. So it was a tight knit thing that was there. I don't know if Punk's going to be a part timer. I don't know if CM Punk is going to be necessarily a free agent. If he's going to be like on Raw or SmackDown, I think to maximize him right now, he's going to probably be on Raw or SmackDown both this week, and then we can figure out something to do. Because right now, we have a whole month before the Rumble. You're going to need to get him in the ring within this month. Because at first I was thinking like, well, maybe at Rumble he faces Nakamura because Nakamura be doing all that stuff. And I'm like, well, would you wait till Rumble to do that, or would you because I mean, because out the door he could just go in there and just beat Nakamura. You could even put some more heat on Nakamura if you want to, and that keeps Punk out the Rumble, which we ain't gonna have no problem with him, trying to win the Rumble. So, I don't know where their plans is going or where they're headed to, but it looks like this deal just came together relatively soon.
I feel like honestly tonight's gonna shape up a lot of that for us because he's gonna talk and somebody gonna have something to say. We just gotta see who come down. I'm not even sure right now.